Welcome to Hobby and Fun. I'm Yeo. Today we're going to talk about how the Romans conquered Britain. It's just another miniature unboxing. But it turns out that this box set is about how the Romans took over the lands of the Britons. I'm sure you'll enjoy it as well as I did explaining each part for you. Let's talk a little bit about the lore behind this battle, before we go straight to the box. In AD 43, the full might of the Roman army landed on the beaches on Kent. Over the next year, it battled inland. The Romans wanted Britain's precious metal, but that wasn't all about it. They bring their culture to the Britons so they can be civilized as normal people instead of being known as savages. The end of the Roman over the territories of Britain ended abruptly in 410. By the constant invasion of the Britons over each territory the Romans took, and by the incompetence of many generals to expand their empire over other places, they miscalculated the amount of soldiers that would require to defend the taken provinces of Rome. It's my first ever owning this kind of miniature boxes, and let me tell you, I didn't expect that this kind of boxes will exist. These days companies, they are more excruciating and spending less than make the customer buy something from less amount to being expensive. What I'm trying to say with this is that you want to buy one mini for 70 or 80 bucks, and let me tell you, that is expensive at some point. Thankfully this box set is not about it. Now the company that made this box set is Warlord Games. They are more recognized by the other branches like World War II, historical, sci-fi, and even Napoleonic Wars, as even they are a company known by other customers and other YouTubers as well. Let me tell you that owning this box set gives them a little help. For my part, that is acquires something from them and keeps them on float. Because the box set is new and it's wrapped on a vinyl cover, I like to keep the box set as intact as possible for future reselling of the box set and its content. First things first, all is that we have the rule book, all that is covering about this world of them. Then we have a little of lore that I mentioned, how the tactics, their general stand and fog. Then we have our water slide decals for both factions, the reference sheet, and from the sides we have the tokens like casualty tokens that we need to cut them and use them in the battlefield to mark any losses in our units or legions that we control. The small dices, they look cute. The bases for the generals, and of course the miniature sprues. So let's take a good look at each one of them. In a closer look, not a single, each one of them has a bad detail. All of them are well cast and good looking. The Roman unit as well as the Britons. And also we have a ballista unit that will be fun to assemble and paint it. I see that there are many sprues, but I don't know the amount, so I'm going to start counting each one of them and see the total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Those are a lot of sprues, and even worse, the bits will be left unattended. As each one of those sprues are, their minis don't have bases. That's why they send us to assemble the bases separately. In one base you can fit 4 to 3 units in one single square base, and they even printed their logo on their bases, and that's one thing that is amazing. Now, why I mentioned that this box set is the first of its category in the studio, because it comes with 2 metal miniatures. Yes, as you heard right, 2 of them. And it'll be a first time experience to feel how these miniatures will work with me in the painting session. So Joe, thanks for packaging them so firmly and securely. Without you, persons like you, there aren't that many in the world. Another thing that we have in the box itself is the book that is the lore behind the invasion and how the Romans lose the dominion of that territory over the decades against the Britons. And there is a datasheet behind of the lore book itself. Now the little cardboard is the reference sheet that is all resumed, and you can follow it up accompanied with your rulebook so you don't lose any progress on the match on your loose units. And the last part that we have, do not ever forget, without your rulebook you're nothing. So here it is, all the possible attack positions and tactics and the follow-ups on how you're gonna progress in each turn of the match. And also the objective on how to win the matches, the victory point conditions.